So I'm trying to make like a summary of how life is right now after surviving Russian radio wave, active wave from nuclear bomb accident. But right now it's September, was it 6th right now? But like this whole week, like the whole week, how it's been feeling, I would say it's convoluted kind of feeling. But in my sense of prioritizing how to keep moving in life, I was thinking of what I'm most proud of right now in my life. And that's just being able to take care of my own vehicles. Like, it sounds and purrs like the oil's right. I always maintain the fluids by just frequently checking and keeping up with these vehicles that I'm driving. So I'm going over here, and the convoluted week is kind of fascinating. It's funny and whatever it is. So the last couple weeks, like things have slowed down. Like, come on, like push for dating. We still haven't found or have a partner in our life full time at the moment, and I'm going through it. So I go, dancing, and how hard it is to go dancing. If you had to go dancing today, it might not have been how I went dancing yesterday, because it's pretty hard to step out the door still. So, I'm wearing my safety vest today. I think of all the things that are safe. Like, when I'm in like that convoluted state on bad days, I just gotta put a safety vest on to know who I am. Like, it's the only way that I can cover myself. Like, because this is the main gist of it. When you go to a place, a professional work, like 9 to 5, you have no place other than being your profession. That is your act, that is your direction, that is your destiny, that is at work, in the heat of it. Like, you gotta keep it professional. Just keep everything to yourself. Outside of that is your own life. And if you can find anything from work in your own life outside that, you're stupid, because you should go enjoy your life outside of work a whole different way, the life that's really you. So I'm going over here, and I'm keeping professional and I'm staying professional, but the state of imagination is convoluted. And what I mean by this is, we have thoughts that we have to battle against, and thoughts that we have to fight a war against, knowing that can't enter our life and our profession, that our professional act has nothing to do with outside life. And so we're going through it, and we're praying our best, because the outcome of the prayer is supposed to be everything. It's supposed to be nice, the professional way, the goal of achieving that act. And some of those acts take time. It takes several days to complete an act. And we're going over here, and we're doing really good with our professionalism at our adult age, and being full grown. Like, we're 60, we know what not to say. We're 30, we know what not to say. It's always been professional from the time that you enter professional life to the time that, I don't know, I would just take myself to the grave as a professional life. But some people have to retire and they go freaking senile. So anyways, we're going through this, and everything's good. Our prayers are coming true. Some of these days aren't convoluted. We're having straight through thoughts, nothing's interfering, we don't have to battle anything. But those convoluted days do come about. And maintain that professionalism, I had to use my safety vest. It was like, damn, it was like way too bad off. Throw the safety vest on, know who you are. But it was kind of cool. Like I was achieving some kind of exotic rewards from keeping my professional existence. And I'm going over here, and I'm just driving into town. This is on the last day, whatever. And I'm reading my phone, looking at the news, and someone just walks up and they're like, hey, pretty much, this is what they're like, are you taking me out tonight? And I'm like, oh, okay. So, I'm like, this is random as hell. He just walked up to my car, take you out. So, I'm like, I'm worried about this. I had to go walk through the park, make sure no one's gonna kill me. Like I feel safe even going any further than just to walk, because I might have to run back to my car and truck for safety, lock the windows. I don't want no one killing me. But it's just that day, like how random is this? Life is random. That's what dating's about. It's like doing that little bit of a check, like make sure the background passes. And it wasn't too bad. So I said, well, you got to do an icebreaker. So let's go out. You got to eat something. You could do coffee, dinner, wherever. So you spend a few bucks, and icebreaker's good. So, everything went PG-13 because it has to, because you might have to exit, take your leave. It's like, oh, I can't be this person. Bye. Lock the doors, hid in the car. But anyway, I went out on a date and I got to sleep with a girl, and that was cool. But it was so funny because it was the identical person of the customer, but 20 years younger. I'm like, oh my God. Like, if you got to do party favors to push some kind of experience of life through people's having to do stuff every day, it was pushed into my life, and that's what happened. But I come back the next day knowing I'm glad I made the 20 years younger choice, because we get a certain age, we're just been tired of, we know where to go and find anything at that age. So I went 20 years younger. I recommend you do too. And anyway, so you re-enter convoluted thoughts on the final day. It's like, who's going to win the battle here? Someone who had already made their decision set in stone, or a convoluted imagination? Well, I had fought and won the war against the convoluted imagination, and I'm telling you a story about it right now. So that's a good story to tell. But then I go back into my life. Oh, maybe I should stay in this lane. In my life, I've seen the Nevada Black Hawk Mafia, and then I've seen Italian mobsters. And I go back to think about my truck and how much I take care of it. That's my thing I enjoy most in my life. And I'm seeing like leaf springs going. I'm like, this is one of the hardest automobile feats out of being a truck owner, is knowing how to fix leaf springs, and you can beef them up if you want. And they got all kinds of stabilizers for springs and everything and upgraded shocks and all kinds of stuff for heavy duty hauling around. But I'm seeing some of our newer trucks on the road, they're losing leaf springs and they're sagging. It's a tough job. If you don't have tuning of a vehicle, you're going to run into a rusty bolt. I'm going to tell you this because you got to love auto mechanics. So you go into the situation where your bolts work fine. It's so easy. You just drop the bolts and put the new leaf spring in. Just make sure you take all the weight off it. And you got to use like a little steel bar. Like they got these iron workers wrenches. They just got a spike. You just take the spike, you put it in a hole, and line up so you can fit the bolt in for the leaf spring. And it goes in there. Rusty bolts, you got to have torches in some cases, especially if you're like doing upgrades. But you can cut the bolts, try to fit the springs. If you're having trouble, sometimes you got to cut new holes. And if you cut new holes, so that you have a better mount for your leaf springs, because I'm telling you, we own trucks from like 1955 and stuff, and the frame will be like solid steel, except for that little bolt hole is just a little loose. So you gotta do new bolt holes. No one's ever done that. I've done it, and that's part of being truck owners, knowing how to do any kind of leaf springs. And you can cut the bolts out, plasma cut some holes and all kinds of other things. But I was thinking about safety too, because I wanted to fit the safety jacket vest plan in for gas. We got plasma torches. Best to rent them or just buy a small one, and the gas only lasts for one job. And don't store that gas tank near anyone. That thing should be kept at the gas store. Is why they monitor and keep track of records of flammable materials. And I'm just saying, it's cool to have this stuff if you ever do leaf spring, but you gotta be safe. You can't keep it in your garage or anything, really. Unless it's like a tiny little can, half empty, you use it. You only buy gas when you're gonna use it. And yeah, just do it. It's like $300 to rent a torch, or and then it's like another $200 to fill the tank for a job, for a good one if you're doing some cutting. And this is expensive, but you got the leaf springs. At least they're not sagging. So I was just hoping, an easy job gone well. You can upgrade. It's a little bit tougher. It takes like 2 days. Or you can just put new ones in. It should just take a few hours. Alright. So, straightening out the convoluted thoughts. What do you think was better? Really living life, or thinking about what could go wrong in your life? And I think really living your life and knowing where you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to act and places you can go meet, where you can have those thoughts in your mind where they're not convoluted, but they're convoluted other places. And it's kind of cool. It keeps everybody safe. Safety jacket on. Alright, that's my big long audio message. I hope you hear me. I hope you heard. I hope all this goes good. What's up, homies? And I'm keeping it real. 100% urban lifestyle. I had to go to a training class just to learn how to live in a city. It was tough. There's all kinds of rules I didn't know about. Just to get you all turned off.